Of course, you know the three types of cloud service models, that is, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Right. So, let's see SWAS service providers. There are many cloud service providers for software as a service. Some of the popular cloud service providers are Salesforce.com, Google App Engine, and so many. So now let's see the first one. Let's see about Salesforce.com. Salesforce started as software as a service provider based in San Francisco. It was founded in March 1999. Salesforce.com now provides various software solutions and a platform for users and developers to develop and distribute custom software. Salesforce.com is based on multi-tenant architecture. This means that multiple customers share common technology and run on the latest release. So, software Salesforce is an innovative company behind the world's number one CRM platform. It is cloud based, so it does not require a team of IT experts to set up or manage. You just log in and start using it. That's it. So here, CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management, and it's software that stores customer contact information. Here, that means the CRM means it stores the customer contact information like names, addresses, and phone numbers, as well as keeps track of customer activity. What kind of activity that is? Like website visits, phone calls, emails, and more. So the following are the services and products that offers Salesforce.com. So what is the first one? The Sales Cloud. The Sales Cloud is a CRM platform, customer relationship management platform, that enables you to manage your organization's sales and marketing and customer support facets. So if your company is engaged in B2B, that is business to business and business to customer, then Sales Cloud is a service your sales team needs. So the next one is Marketing Cloud. The marketing provides you with one of the world's most powerful digital marketing platforms. The marketers in your organization can use it to manage customer journey, that email, mobile, and social media and web personalization, and content creation and content management, and data analytics. The next one is Community Cloud. So if you need a social platform for your organization to connect and facilitate communication among your employees or partners and customers, then Salesforce.com Community Cloud is the service you need. You can use this platform to exchange data and images in real time. So the next one is Analytics Cloud. Here, the Analytics Cloud provides a business intelligence platform for your organization to work with large data files or create graphs or charts and other pictorial representation of data. The next one is App Cloud, that is Application Cloud, to develop applications or apps that will run on the Salesforce platform. You can use the Salesforce App Cloud. So it provides you with a collection of development tools that you can utilize to create customized applications. So custom applications can be quickly created by leveraging one data model, one sharing model, and one user interface. That is about Salesforce, that SWS service provider. The next one is let's see this Google App Engine. Google App Engine is a framework and cloud computing platform for developing and hosting web applications in Google managed data centers. So with Google Cloud Platform, you can build and test and deploy applications on Google's highly scalable and reliable infrastructure for your web, mobile, and backend solutions. So Google App Engine is one of the most popular platform in this arena, providing robust and scalable services internet with its namesake. So with Google App Engine, the developer can build a software as a service with the language of their choice while reaping the benefits of cloud computing in hosting their application. So Google's online services are managed directly from the web browser and require zero installation. So you can access your Google Docs from any computer or mobile device with a browser. So Google App Engine is free up to a use of certain amount resources. Users exceeding the per day or per minute usage rates for CPU resources or storage. So Google App Engine quickly build and deploy applications using many of the popular languages like Java, Python, PHP, Go, C Sharp, and .NET, as well as the associated development frameworks for these languages. Traditional databases such as MySQL, of course, these are also supported. This let's see this features of Google App Engine. The popular languages like build your applications in Node.js, Java, Ruby, C Sharp, Go, Python, or PHP, and so many. So open and flexible. Custom runtimes allow you to bring any library and framework to App Engine. And what is the next feature of Google App Engine? That is fully managed. A fully managed environment lets you focus on code while App Engine manages infrastructure concerns. So the next feature is monitoring, logging, and diagnostics. So Google Stackdriver gives you powerful application diagnostics to debug and monitor the health and performance of your app. So the next feature is application versioning. So easily host different versions of your app. Easily create, development, test, staging, and production environments. So next feature is traffic splitting. So route incoming requests to different app versions. That is A by B test and do incremental feature rollouts. So the next feature is high security. Of course, it offers infrastructures to build and run your application that is highly secured and build one of the most advanced technologies. The next feature is ease of use. This is just create it, test it, run it, and the app is ready. The next feature is built-in APIs, application programming interfaces. So Google App Engine has many built-in APIs that help developers to build robust applications. Next feature is cost effective. So here it follows pay per use model. That means you have to pay based on the resource you use, the usage as the application grows, right? So Google App includes custom professional email that is completely with spam production, and shared calendars and video meetings alongside Google Drive. So a cloud-based custom document storage solution. This is so Google Drive enables uh, staffers to access files from any device and share them instantly with colleagues. In the process, eliminating email attachments as well as the hassles of merging different versions. So, so the next AWS provider is Google Cloud Platform. So the Google Cloud Platform offers four main kinds of services. One is compute services, storage and database services, and networking services, and big data and machine learning. Right. So let's see the first one. That is compute engine, compute services. So first one is in compute services we have two things. One is compute engine and one is Google App Engine. Let's see the first one, that is compute engine. So Google Compute Engine enables users to launch VMs on demand. So virtual machines can be launched from the standard images or custom images created by users. The next one is Google App Engine, which is a platform as a service offering that gives software developers access to Google's scalable hosting. So developers can also use a software developer kit that called as SDK to develop software products that run on App Engine. So the next one is storage and databases. This is also two types, the Google Cloud Storage and Cloud SQL. So for storage, Google Cloud Storage, which is a cloud storage platform designed to store large unstructured data sets. Google also offers database storage options including Cloud Data Store for NoSQL and non-relational storage. So the next one is Cloud SQL. It is fully managed database service that makes it easy to set up, maintain and manage and administer your relational PostgreSQL and MySQL databases in the cloud. Cloud SQL offers high performance, scalability and convenience. The next one is networking. A virtual private cloud, the first one is VPC. VPC is an on demand configurable pool of shared computing resources located within a public cloud environment, providing a certain level of isolation between the different organizations using the resources. The next one is Google Cloud CDN, that is Content Delivery Network. This CDN uses Google's globally distributed edge points of the presence to cache that load balanced content close to your users. So caching content at the edges of Google's network providers faster delivery of content to your users while reducing server servicing or serving cost. The last one is machine learning. So in machine learning we have different things, that is cloud machine learning engine and Google Cloud Jobs application programming interface and Google Cloud speech to text offerings. So let's see the first one, that is cloud machine learning engine. To train your machine learning models at scale, to host your trained model in the cloud and to use your model to make predictions about new data. Google Cloud Jobs application programming interface. So our latest machine learning service that provides the necessary job opportunities between the job seeker and employer job postings in order to improve the hiring process. Next one is Google Cloud speech to text. So this enables developers to convert audio to text by applying powerful neural network models in an easy to use application programming interface. So it can process real time streaming or pre recorded audio using Google's machine learning technology. So now let's see the operational and economic benefits of Google platform and Salesforce.com. Of course, we can simply say operational and economic benefits of SWS, that is Google platform and Salesforce. The first one is cost savings. If you are worried about the price tag that would come with making the switch over to cloud computing, so you are not alone. 20% of the organizations are concerned about the initial cost of implementing a cloud based server. So once you are on the cloud, easy access to your company's data will save time and money in project startups. So and for those who are worried that they will end up paying for features that they neither need not want, most cloud computing services are pay as you go. The pay as you go system also applies to the data storage space needed to service your stakeholders and clients, which means that you will get exactly as much space you need and not to be charged for any space that you don't. This is about cost savings. The next one is security. One major hang up that many organizations have when it comes to adopting a cloud computing solution is the issue of security. So after all, when files, programs, and other data are not kept securely on site, how can you know that they are being protected? If you can remote access your data, then what's stopping some cyber criminal from doing the same thing? Well, quite a bit actually. For one thing, a cloud host's full time job is to carefully monitor security, which is significantly more efficient than a conventional in house system, where an organization must divide its efforts between the myriad of IT concerns, with security being only one of them. Now, thing is flexibility. Your business has only a finite amount of focus to divide between all of its responsibilities. The cloud offers business more flexibility overall versus hosting on a local server. And if you need extra bandwidth, a cloud based service can meet the demand instantly rather than undergoing a complex update to your IT infrastructure. This improved freedom and flexibility can make a significant difference to the overall efficiency of your organization. So, the next one is mobility. Cloud computing allows mobile access to corporate data via smartphones and devices, which, considering over 2.6 billion smartphones are being used globally today, is a great way to ensure that no one is ever left out of the loop. So the next one is loss prevention. What is this? Your organization is not investing in a cloud computing solution, then all of your valuable data is inseparably tied to the office computers it resides in. So this may not seem like a problem, but the reality is that if your local hardware experiences a problem, you might end up permanently losing your data. So, automatic software updates for those who have a lot to get done. There is not anything more irritating than having to wait for system update to be installed. Cloud based applications automatically refresh and update themselves instead of forcing an IT department to perform a manual organization wide update. This saves valuable IT staff time and money spent on IT constitution. So next one is quality control. There are a few things as detrimental to the success of a business as poor quality, inconsistent reporting. So in a cloud-based system, all documents are stored in one place and in a single format. So with everyone accessing the same information, you can maintain consistency in data and avoid human errors and have a clear record of any revisions or updates. So the next one is disaster recovery. So cloud-based services provide quick data recovery for all kinds of emergency scenarios, from natural disasters of to power outages.